introduce themselves as we've got our first elimination of the match.
I hope the viewers at home are ready for a wild ride.
This ride's only going to get faster from here. A contestant is down. Their coins are up for grabs and banking.
Hello!
Hello!
Those coins are stacking up. Great deposit from the shock and awe.
Initiating a scan! Watch out! There! Sonar grenade out! Tossing the frag!
Eliminated and their coins can be retrieved.
A member of the shock and awe just emptied their pockets. Coins banked.
Red bomb out!
And there's another vault available for our cash-hungry teams.
A contestant is on a roll, people. They're moving from one elimination to the next.
Scanning for opponents!
Transfer
Scanning that area!
steamrollers.
Special
Coins
delivery.
banked.
One down!
The big splash just opened a vault.
We've got an elimination. Let's see who scoops up those coins.
Taken down! Enemy down! Time to disappear!
Transfer confirmed to the big splash.
Relocating!
Banked.
Watch out! Over here!
A vault just spawned. Let's see who takes a crack at it first.
Scanning that area! Sending a frag!
The Kingfish opened another vault.
A contestant is down. Let's see who'll pick up their coins.
Doctor's here! Scanning for opponents!
A member of the Kingfish is the contestant to check. With all those coins, they're a real target.
Frag out! Need materials!
And just like that, a new vault has appeared in the arena.
Isaac Newton would not be happy with this. Everything from contestants to grenades are going to move differently.
Sonar grenade out! Vantage bomb out!
Contestant is down and their coins scattered.
Big splash just opened a vault.
Goo grenade out! Doing things up! Removing obstacle!
The shock and awe are racking it up.
I'm reloading! Time to disappear!
There's even more money on the line thanks to a new vault arriving.
Throwing sonar grenade!
The big splash opened another vault.
What is victory? Any contestant with a lot of coins could be a quick target to a game-ending deposit. It's a pressure cooker. Down for the count, and contestants' coins are up for the banking.
moves. The tension is rising. Those sums are adding up. Nice deposit from the shock and awe. Contestant with a lot of coins just became a lot less
Tossing a
liquid.
sonar.
They've been eliminated.
Moving. Frag grenade set. Venom out.
Money may not grow on trees, but a new ball. The big splash opened a vault. That's a sizable amount of cash added to the mix. Zip line over here.
Dematerializing. Take it.
Absolutely shocking in the best way possible. The shock and awe deposited their way to the win. On behalf of our sponsors, thanks for tuning in.
One of the co-hosts of the show. I've heard a lot of buzz about you among the sponsors. They really think you can steal the show. Use the practice range to hone your skills so you can go into the arena and prove them right.
the big splash, the shock and awe, the steamrollers, and finally, the kingfish. It's happening, folks. Don't blink!
This is Bank-It. As usual, our eliminated players will explode into coin showers, but this time around, those coins can be picked up and banked. Plot twist.
Outgoing sonar! Scanning that area!
Keep it to your line.
We've got our first elimination. Now the mind games and strategic plays will really start to make sense.
It's sink or swim time.
You're right. Who will rise to the occasion? A contestant has been eliminated and their coins have spilled.
Scanning for opponents! Frag out! Bandit ball out!
Oh, look! A new vault is ready to be opened.
A member of the Steamrollers is the contestant to chase. With all those coins, they're a dream target.
Spotted an enemy! Frag grenade out!
Let's trust the boys!
Bandit ball out!
The stakes just jumped with a new vault on the field. A contestant has been taken down, spilling a wealth of coins in the arena. The big splash just opened a vault.
Sonar grenade out! Throwing a frag! Time to
Following an elimination out there, some coins are up for grabs.
Coins banked by the shock and awe. An eliminated contestant just left behind a huge pile of coins. The shock and awe are racking them up, a few coins at a time. An excellent economic forecast in the arena as we've got a new vault. Big deposit from one of our contestants. That one is sure to draw some interest.
head to deposit A!
Coins have scattered as a contestant is eliminated.
Scanning that area! Frag grenade out! Bandit ball out!
Trip drop. The kingfish don't stop. That's a deposit.
A contestant is really cutting through the competition.
Poison en route!
Looks like the laws of gravity are taking a coffee break in the arena. Contestants expect a bit of a floating feeling. A contestant is down. Let's see who dives in for their coins.
Whoa, rapid fire takedowns. A contestant in the big splash just wiped out several opponents in one go.
A contestant is down, leaving behind their unbanked coins.
Frag grenade out!
Points banked. The Steamrollers just scored. The big splash opened the vault. That's a sizable amount of cash added to the mix.
A contestant is collecting donations one after another.
Teammates back!
Thanks, you're a star! Barricaded! Hey, you!
Ah, I love this part of our show. Who will get to the new vault first?
We're at the end of this game show event. What a spectacle!
Enemy spotted!
Opened another vault. Transfer confirmed for the Steamrollers. A few pieces banked.
Scanning for opponents!
Ouch! Contestant down and unbanked coins spilled.
Time to disappear! Sonar grenade!
Prepare for a sudden win. We have a new vault.
A team is on the brink of taking this entire match to the bank. Our contestants will need to avoid dropping coins now, or they might drop out of contention.
Absolutely shocking in the best way possible. The Shock and Awe deposited their way to the win. On behalf of our sponsors, thanks for tuning in. Kingfish, the Shock and Awe, and finally, the Steamrollers. The stage is set. It's showtime. In quick cash, it's all about the rush for riches. The team that gathers enough cash first will seal the win.
Right you are, Scotty. Time to turn up the heat in this thrilling cash quest.
Vault 1, move! Throwing sonar grenade!
Vault 1 is being unsealed by the Kingfish.
Time to disappear! Got a contestant! Reloading!
action.
Get ready for some heart-pounding action.
You won't want to miss a beat.
Sending a frag. Tossing a sonar.
The Kingfish make an early splash.
Going for the
First
revive.
cash out started.
I'm going to revive. Attack on A. Landed. Using a flashbang. Outgoing sonar check. Taking damage.
We've hit our first team wipe, and it's a showstopper.
Steamrollers! Total team wipe!
Defend! Over here! Scanning that area! Rising things up! Scanning for opponents! Special delivery! Time to take that!
Tossing a frag! Taking damage!
The shock and awe are back. Right away to open the match. The Kingfish land the first cash out.
Scanning that area! Throwing a frag! Time to disappear!
The Kingfish are trying to rule the waters, unlocking Vault 2.
We got throwing sonar grenade!
The Kingfish swooped up a cash box.
Prepare for a tumultuous turn of fortune as we've raised the damage levels in the arena to new extremes.
Throwing sonar grenade! Out!
Much obliged! Enemy got me!
Sure thing!
Our mega damage event is still active, and there's already enough digital debris in the arena to make you think a pack of vandals got loose out there. The Kingfish wins straight to the action. Cash out in progress. Rotten luck for the shock and awe. Another team wipe.
The shock and awe have been wiped! I'm reloading! Disappear! Getting you back up!
Good grenade out! I'm back! Thanks a million! Throwing sonar grenade!
The shock and awe have taken up arms and are charging back into the arena. Team respawn.
Retaliation is
Scanning for
coming.
opponents.
The steamrollers need to stay on track.
Sending a frag!
having fun with our destructible environment today.
I'm back.
And that's the end of the mega damage event.
Time to clear.
Kudos to the shock and awe. They just cashed out.
And they stole that with
Secure
confidence
vault
earlier.
A new vault. Our contestants better not leave that unattended for too long.
Time to disappear. Tossing a sonar. Tossing a sonar. There.
The steamrollers get flattened once more. Bad luck.
They were on the wrong side of that leveling.
The steamrollers have returned to the arena.
First gateway going out.
Cash out set in motion by the Kingfish. Awesome steal by none other than the shock and awe.
Now that's how you
Special
play to
delivery.
win this game show.
Placing a gateway. Gateway's linked.
Just past the halfway point, and I'm really impressed with the team so far, June.
That's for sure, Scotty. Keep your eyes glued on this epic battle.
Reloading. Placing a gateway. Placing a gateway.
Kingfish just got hit by another
line
wave. Misfortune loves a target.
They just couldn't swim away from that one.
The Kingfish have returned to the arena.
Looking hungry, the shock and awe should expect some retaliation.
Thanks. Much obliged.
Neck and neck with an equal cash score for both teams. I can't wait to see how this unfolds. A new vault is here to inject some cash and some excitement into the match.
Gotta reload.
And we've got the Kingfish returning to the arena.
Vault 4, move out. Here's the zip line.
Right.
The Kingfish are trying to rule the waters, unlocking Vault 4.
Scanning that area.
Let's back. Flashbang out. Frag grenade out. Brightening things up. Time to disappear.
The steamrollers swooped up the catch box. Capture set in motion by the steamrollers.
Toss the frag.
The steamrollers come to a halt again. Another team wipe.
Scotty, if I were there, I'd be steaming mad.
Impressive steal by the Kingfish.
Line up.
Took a hit.
Frag out. Initiating.
Throwing a flashbang.
Enemy up there.
Fantastic steal by the shock and awe.
Reload. Got that one.
Just 1 minute remaining.
Every second counts.
Taking damage.
Gotta reload.
The Kingfish just seized a cash out with authority. The steamrollers have turned up the heat and rolled back into the fight.
Zipline station. Frag grenade out. Taking damage. I'm reloading.
10 seconds left. The scales tipped in favor of the Kingfish in this match. Thanks again to our sponsors and to our viewers at home. The big splash. The shock and awe. The steamrollers. And finally, the kingfish. Watch closely, folks. They're ready.
Let's go!
Welcome to Bank It, a coin hunt where contestants will crack open vaults and pilfer down opponents. But the real race? Getting those coins banked securely.
Enemy, down there! Throwing sonar grenade! Throwing sonar grenade!
Contestant down, and with that we have our first elimination of the match.
The battle lines are drawn.
And may the best team cross them on their path to victory.
The shock and awe just opened a vault. A new vault in the arena. The
Throwing
ultimate
sonar
omen of
grenade.
mayhem. Here
Time
in
to
the
disappear.
finals.
Frag out!
Every little stash adds up. Good bank by the shock
Tossing
and
a
awe.
sonar!
Early lead.
Outgoing sonar!
A contestant is eliminated and unbanked coins are behind.
Oh, there's been a deposit, folks. Ka-ching for the shock and awe.
Scanning that area!
And that's it.
A contestant has hit a streak, eliminating opponents one by one.
Enemy down!
Sending a frag!
Scanning for opponent! Time to clear!
Cling clang in the bank with a bang. Well
Sonar
done, the
grenade out.
kingfish. The big splash just opened a vault.
The spoils of a downed contestant are up for grabs. Who will claim them?
A new vault. That's a new chance for a new dance and for a new romance.
Throwing sonar grenade! Time to disappear! Go to deposit A!
Head to deposit A!
Points scattering absolutely everywhere after that elimination. Wow!
Throwing sonar grenade!
Reloading!
Heads up! A vault just hit the arena.
Let's see how our contestants adapt to the sky being a threat now. One team is close to winning. Every coin scattered and every coin dropped, every coin banked could lead them to victory
Sonar grenade
now.
out! Tossing the sonar!
The big splash just opened the vault. With our meteor rush hours event still active, our contestants are coping with the universe, throwing them a fiery curveball or 12.
A contestant is finding their rhythm, stringing together one elimination after another.
A new ball just dropped. Who's ready to make a move? Absolutely shocking in the best way possible. The Shock and Awe deposited their way to the win. On behalf of our sponsors, thanks for tuning in. The Shock and Awe versus the Kingfish. All eyes on the arena. It's go time.
Welcome to Power Shift, the game that turns a platform into a moving battleground.
Our teams must command the platform to reach their own base for the win. The closer they get, the richer they become. The air is crackling with anticipation as the Shock and Awe prepares to own the platform, taking it to the storm.
That's the first elimination. Our contestants clearly mean business today, Scotty.
I hope the viewers at home are ready for a wild ride.
This ride's only going to get faster from here.
Frag grenade out! Wrecking ball out!
The Kingfish have it locked down, and the platform is gliding along. The Shock and Awe are on the offensive.
Sending a frag.
It feels like the shot there have had the reins of that platform longer than CNS has been disrupting our broadcast.
Frag out.
They've got it moving. The Kingfish have started their push.
Scanning that area. Initiating a scan. Bandit out.
The platform is now contested territory.
Time to bounce. Throwing sonar grenade. Sending a frag. Bandit out.
The platform's on the move, folks, and the Kingfish are driving.
Delivery. Throwing a frag. Bandit here.
Away from the platform that paid off. The shock and awe making their run.
Back to play. Scanning for opponents. Frag grenade sent. Jump up here.
They've got the platform started. The Kingfish are on the advance.
I'm reloading. Enemy spotted. Up there. Frag out. Gotta reload. Working its magic.
First half set the stage. Now let's see the second half.
Shifting with every play, Scotty.
Frag out. Sonar grenade out. Bandit bomb out. Enemy down.
The Kingfish have gained the upper hand of that platform.
Special delivery. Bandit bomb out. Enemy over there. Reloading.
The shock and awe have taken control, and they are on the move.
Throwing sonar grenade. Tossing frag. Bandit bomb out.
The Kingfish are now on a mission, moving that platform.
Back in action. Placing a turret. Tossing a sonar.
A steady stream of progress for the Kingfish.
Time to shoot. Throwing a frag. Going up there.
Elimination.
Scanning that area.
And the shock and awe take over the helm and start to advance to their base.
Time
Destruction, determination, fast-paced action, and skill. We have it all here today, folks.
Deliver! And luckily for us, there's more to come.
Sonar grenade! Time to glitch! Here! Bandit bomb out! Taking damage!
The shock and awe are steering the ship. That platform is theirs.
Scanning that area! Frag out! Bandit combat! They got me!
Keep it going.
The shock and awe have it. They're on the move. Only a minute left for our contestants to show the world what they're made of.
Concentration is key in these final moments.
Initiate scan! Throwing sonar grenade!
Kingfish just snatched the steering wheel. They're in control. We still have 30 seconds remaining.
It's all about heart and determination. The first team wipe is in and the arena is buzzing.
The shock and awe have
Honey, I'm home! Reviving!
10 seconds.
Time to disappear! Disrupting their tech! Time to disappear! Sending a frag! Disrupting their tech! Enemy spotted! Up there! Frag! Reloading!
The Kingfish charted a course to the win this time on Power Shift. Thanks again to our sponsors and to our viewers. the shock and awe, and finally, the kingfish. And they are off.
Fired up! Let's go already!
Yeah! Watch out! There!
Vault 1 is being unlocked by the shock and awe.
Throwing sonar grenade! Bandit bomb out! Conflict! Special delivery! Let's go!
The kingfish grabbed a cash box.
There's no time here. First elimination has kicked the match into high gear.
I hope the viewers at home are ready for a wild ride.
This ride's only going to get faster from here. A devastating first team wipe just occurred.
Throwing a frag! Scanning for opponents! Great, back in action!
The shock and awe just made their return to the arena. The steamrollers take charge. First cash out trigger.
Bandit bomb out! Drop it out! Take it down! Bandit bomb out! Sonar grenade out! Sending a frag! Time to disappear!
The shock and awe find themselves on the receiving end of a wipeout again.
Tossing a sonar!
That'll be a shock to their system. Contestant is on an elimination streak.
Whoa! Rapid fire takedowns. A contestant in the steamrollers just wiped out several opponents in one go.
Tossing a sonar! Outgoing sonar check!
What a way to open the match. The steamrollers
Time to
let
disappear!
cash out.
This team is just rolling out the plays, Scotty.
Converge on Vault 2! Bandit bomb out! Setting a mine!
Steamrollers certainly cranked out a win in this match. Congratulations to our rising stars. The Steamrollers, the Shock and Awe, and finally, the Kingfish. Unleash our contestants!
Greetings! Today, contestants will navigate a maze of digital marvels and glitches as they compete for fame and fortune.
The Kingfish are making a move, unlocking Vault 1.
Time to disappear. Frag out!
That's our first elimination, and if this is any indication, we're in for an epic high-octane round.
It's go time!
Absolutely, Scotty, absolutely.
The Shock and Awe are stepping up. First cash out live.
Back in action. Materializing! Reloading! Defibrillating! Threat detected! Up there! Scanning for a hook!
Match has its first team wipe, and it's one for the books.
The Steamrollers just made their return to the arena. the match. The Shock and Awe land the first cash out.
A strong game plan from the Shock and Awe as they are sticking together out there.
Sonar grenade out! Time to defuse!
Toggling thermal view.
They took a hit! Come on, jump pad! Enemy got me!
The steamrollers swooped up a cash box. Deja vu for the Kingfish as they suffer a new team wipe.
They're floundering, Scotty.
Way to go! The Shock and Awe swoop in and snag a cash box from their opponents. The Kingfish have respawned. Let's see how they bounce back.
Throwing sonar grenade! Special delivery!
Our contestants better not get caught lazing around. It's time for them to move those virtual feet or face the consequences thanks to a laser.
The Shock and Awe are making waves as they gain ground. I guess that cash out isn't going anywhere. Nice anti-theft play.
Tossing a frag!
Our orbital lasers event is still active, so our contestants need to keep moving to avoid going out like a light. Keep your eyes on the steamroller. Deal.
Ah, that was so well played.
Outgoing sonar check! Vantage out! Frag out! Scanning for opponents! Took a hit!
Impressive steal by the Shock and Awe.
Wow, that was a bold play.
Folks, misery loves company. The Kingfish will have to regroup again.
They'll need to learn to swim with the sharks out there.
Whoa, June, are we
Send it to
starting a
Zipline.
comedy duo? Because I'm feeling it.
Special delivery. I'm reloading.
The Shock and Awe surged to the forefront in the match and stormed their way to triumph. Congratulations to our rising stars! ready for some jumps, folks. Prepare for a breathtaking match as our contestants navigate the dizzying heights of Skyway Stadium. Now, the Boundless, the Retros, the Socialites, and finally, the Steamrollers. It's time to bring the heat.
Get to vault
Agreed.
1! Confirmed!
With clear skies above, it's a perfect evening for our contestants to turn calm into
Scanning that area!
mayhem.
Toss the
There have been
thread!
some adjustments to the arena for this match. I'm curious to see how that elevated hotel area will affect our team's strategies. The Retros are busy unwrapping Vault 2.
The first elimination is official, and with that, every contender now knows the score is serious.
It's a test of nerves and skill from here.
A test they've all been waiting for. Let's see who truly stands out. First team wiping the bag, and it's a high rate.
I'm back! Charge for cash out B! Okie dokie.
Gotcha!
With a steady approach, the Steamrollers have started the first cash out. Let's see how this unfolds. The Boundless are re-entering the arena.
Things could get out of hand if they meet the Steamrollers again.
I'm going up there!
Remove! Scanning for opponents!
Charge planted!
Another fall. Seems the hurdles just keep coming for the Boundless.
They're in a bind now, Scotty.
The Socialites kick things off with precision.
Defend our B.
Cash out
I'm gonna use
initiative.
that zip line.
The Boundless are back and ready to avenge that team wipe.
The vibe is shifting. The Retros could have some serious repercussion.
Sonar grenade out! Scanning that area! Time to steal! This sniper! Grenade out! Reloading! Took a hit! Time to disappear!
Let's see whether they can keep that momentum going.
It's a real revenge tactic, Scotty. A contestant's elimination
Initiating a
streak is
scan.
heating up and showing no signs of cooling
Steal on
down.
A! Going in!
The Boundless can't seem to catch their stride.
I'm gonna use
They're
that
down
zip line.
again.
Looks like they just hit the ceiling.
Impressive steal by the Retros.
Frag grenade out! Vanish bomb out! Broken sonar grenade!
Completed by the Retros.
Solid teamwork like this could really pay off for the Retros.
I see a new vault just surfaced. It's time for a showdown.
Let's move to Vault 4!
The midpoint is here.
Enemy
The stakes
spotted!
are climbing
Up there!
The stakes couldn't be higher.
negative. Charge the cash out safe.
The socialites have returned to the arena.
Great enthusiasm. The retros won't want to loiter around. They'll be first on the payback list.
Nice play by the Boundless, kicking off the cash out.
Throwing sonar grenade. Frag grenade out. Scanning for opponent.
Far from obsolete. A bit of a recurring nightmare for the Boundless. Another wipe.
They wanted to bound ahead, but it seems they've tripped on a hurdle.
Revive it.
Impressive steal by the socialites.
Aggressive and impressive.
Shield deployed.
The Boundless are back in action. Out in front, it's the Retros showing how it's done.
Sonar grenade out. Frag grenade sent. Tossing a sonar.
Leading the charge with style, it's the socialites in control.
Engage your bullseye.
A vault
Okay.
has just appeared. The fight for fortune continues. Cash out by the Retros.
The retros have been around long enough to understand the importance of teamwork. Nice job.
The socialites have been shown the door again with another team wipe.
Time to trade those party shoes for combat boots.
No retrograde steps from the Retros.
Tossing a
They're
sonar.
opening a vault.
Deploying a zip line.
The steamrollers with the cash box.
Pull for cash out A.
Our contestants need to hurry up.
Move to
1
cash
minute
out
left.
B.
Let's see who can rise to the
Gotcha.
occasion.
Raising the shield.
We're in the final 30 seconds. It's all or nothing now.
The teams need to push hard to secure their victory.
Hold on. You're back in no time.
Timing is clear. Outgoing sonar check.
Success with a great steal.
Consequences, Scotty?
The Boundless are back.
Reloading. Scanning for opponent. Time to disappear.
Quick reflexes after that attempted cash out heist. Nice interception.
Scotty, you're not feeling the pressure more than our contestants.
better get out of the way when the steamrollers are coming through. Next round, they're ready.
And after a strong performance, the Retros will also move ahead to the next round.
The powerhouses, and finally, the steamrollers. Let's hit the ground running.
Target vault 2.
It's dark out with reduced visibility, but it's not bedtime for our contestants. At least not yet.
Welcome to a flawless arena, folks. How long until it's anything but?
Watch out! Over there! Scanning that area! Setting a frag!
Vault 1 is being opened by the Retros.
Time to expand! Initiating a scan!
Our team first elimination.
And not
Special
even a
delivery.
polite hello before they got started.
Well, Scotty, sometimes actions speak louder than words.
Okay, let's go!
The steamrollers swooped up a cash box.
Shoot for cash
Go
out
for
B!
cash out A.
Agreed! Sure! Go to cash out B! Going over there!
The powerhouses are re-engaging.
Go to cash out A.
Okie dokie.
The steamrollers haven't come out flat. They've started our first cash out.
Throwing sonar grenade!
There's our first team wipe, and it's not a pretty one.
Cash out launched by the high notes.
Throwing sonar grenade!
The Retros are re-engaging.
Repairing explosives.
Impressive steal by the powerhouses.
Okay, let's go!
Gonna use that zip line.
Scanning for a target! Throwing a frag! Time to move here!
It's back to the past again for the The high notes are re-entering the arena.
Who's ready to roll? Looks like the
Throwing sonar
steamrollers could be
grenade.
in for a bumpy ride.
The steamrollers are unrolling Vault 3.
Throwing carpet grenade. Bandit bomb out.
We've got a new vault spawning into the arena. As we cross the midway mark, there's no telling how this will play out.
I can feel the energy in the air,
Tossing a sonar.
Scotty. This is unforgettable.
A setback for the powerhouses. They're down again.
They've been knocked down to their foundation.
Ha! June, you're bringing the A game today.
Advance on cash out D.
The retros are busy unwrapping Vault 4. The high notes are hitting all the right keys. Cash out started.
Alpha steal on D.
Strength.
Retaliation is on its way. The retros need to be prepared.
Outgoing sonar check.
The retros swooped up a cash box.
Sending a frag.
Fantastic steal by the steamrollers. Steal success. The retros are setting the pace. Cash out started.
Going up there!
Threat detected. Scanning that area. Frag grenade sent. Reloading.
A contestant is on a roll, people.
The steamrollers will need to try again. Team white.
Left! One left.
Oh, look at that steal by the powerhouses.
That was unexpected.
Going for a steal on C.
Respawned
Now,
and
Roger.
revving their engines. The steamrollers are back in the arena.
Scanning for opponents. Enemy up there. Grenade out. Sonar grenade out. Bandit bomb out.
2 cash outs in a row. The powerhouses are fired up.
A shiny new vault just spawned. Let's see who gets to it first.
Time to disappear.
A key play from the high notes. They're opening a vault.
Special delivery. Scanning that area. Time to disappear.
Cash out for the retros. Who will make the first move? Just 1 minute left.
The clock is ticking and the teams need to step up.
Secure cash out A. They got me.
We're heading into overtime. Who will walk away with the victory?
Cash out set in motion by the high notes.
A contestant is really cutting through the competition.
Retros are the team to beat as we head into a classic final round.
And they'll meet the powerhouses who will need to power press their way to victory.